Hey guys, it's the Doc, and we're wrapping up another amazing week here. It was a bit of an abbreviated week for my kids. They were off on Monday for Indigenous People Day. I was working, so it's been a full week for me, but it's been a great one, and here are my thoughts of the week. So this week, I've been thinking a lot about the concept of trusting the experts you surround yourself with. And it's gonna be a little bit of a roundabout, but when you're a doctor, many times patients do something called Google docting. And they search Google and try to find out all sorts of things about their condition, and they come to you with this. And for many of us doctors, it's comical, but it's also can be a bit frustrating. I'll give you a couple of examples of this. So I had a patient recently call the office who has a particular skin condition. She was referred by her gynecologist for this condition, and when she called the office, she said, does the doctor treat such and such condition? And if he does, is he an expert on this condition? Because I know everything about this condition. And this is the quote. This is a direct quote from the patient. So my staff, my front desk receptionist, she called me. She said, "Hey, Dr. Mudgil, do you treat this condition?" Because the patient is an expert on the condition and knows everything about it. And I said, "Well, I do treat the condition. I have probably 1,000 patients with that condition. But if the patient is an expert and knows everything about it, you should just tell her that she doesn't need to come see me." And she's like, "Really? Should I say that?" I was like, "Yes, that's exactly what you should tell the patient." And she told that to the patient. I got a good chuckle out of that. But anyways, I ended up seeing the patient, and it turns out that I was able to help her because, oddly enough, I knew a little bit more about the condition. There's a lot of nuance in medicine. Sometimes when I'm reviewing blood work with patients, there's lots of blips on blood work. A lot of sort of bold-faced items when you're looking at a blood report that are out of normal range. And frequently, some of those things are completely meaningless. They have no consequence whatsoever. But because they're abnormal, it is a bit jarring if you don't know what you're looking at. You're looking at it without, having the appropriate background, the appropriate education in order to interpret the data appropriately. So there's a lot of that in medicine. I'll give you another example. I saw a patient yesterday whose parents are doctors, and she has acne, and I've been trying to treat her for acne for a couple of years. But her folks keep intervening and adjusting the dose of the medication I'm prescribing, and doing all sorts of other things that are sort of outside of the realm of what I recommend. And the patient obviously just isn't getting any better. So during yesterday's visit, I had to kind of put some boundaries down and said, if you want your skin to get better, you have to trust me. I'm the expert that you're coming to see. Your parents are doctors, but they're not dermatologists, and there can only be one chef in the kitchen, because if there's too many chefs, it spoils the recipe. So it's the same thing in my life. If I hire an accountant or hire a lawyer, I may have questions, I may read something, I may ask my accountant or lawyer about a particular thing, or even my doctors about a particular thing. But ultimately, I defer to their expertise. I'm employing them or going to see them for a particular reason, because I trust them. And once I stop trusting them, if they make a mistake or something like that, or we're just not connecting on a certain thing, then I'll find another accountant or lawyer, someone who I do trust. That's the whole point of bringing an expert into your life. And I think as physicians, this is a frustration that we all are feeling more and more as time goes on, because access to information which is a good thing, it's so easy to access information. But anyways, those are my thoughts of the week. Trust the experts in your life. You're seeing them and entrusting them for a reason. So I hope you all have a wonderful, restful weekend, and just ready to crush this week ahead. Let's get it.